Right, hello everybody, and welcome to another Ramble video. Woo! We here to ramble. We gonna ramble about another thing that I want Wynncraft to add to the game that I'll probably get around to making a forum post about eventually, because I still haven't made a forum post for the other thing I want them to add, but that's not important right now. So as many, if not all of you are aware, I have a series on my channel that I have titled Set Spotlight, where I go through and I just show off and then analyze every single armor set in Wynncraft. And some of them are really good. Some of them are okay. And others are really bad. Like, there are some armor sets that I just question why they even exist. What is the point? And sorry, I'm typing something. I'm not gonna edit this video, so we're gonna go with this first take. It is what it is, and it's gonna end up exactly how it ends up. I still don't know what the hell that is, by the way. That place up there, on top of that mountain, into snowy area. I don't know what that is. I see it on the big Wynncraft map, and I don't know how to get to it. To be fair, I've never tried either, but I don't know what it is, and I don't know how to get to it, and the map doesn't tell you what it is. It's not very important, I would imagine, but I don't know how to get there. So, if someone knows what it is, go ahead, drop a comment down below telling me what it is. That way, my questions can be answered. Hold on. I can pull this up. God damn it. Hold on, I have to pull up a thing. The world's loading in because I'm having it load 300 chunks away, so it's taking a while. Alright. Scroll down on my phone. Oh, perfect. Alright, here we go. So, something that I feel would be a really, really nice addition to the game. Nice change to armor sets. Not all of them, mind you. Not every single armor set, but some of the armor sets. Like a good number of them. So, a pretty hefty portion of fabled items, and then several legendary items, have major IDs. Things like cavalrymen on the galloping spurs, letting you cast spells while you're on and attack while you're on a horse. Or entropy on the mythic pure that makes meteor fall 3 times faster. Stuff like that. Oh, I didn't mention that they're on mythics too, but not very many mythics. Most mythics are just strong. They don't have major IDs. So I want them to add major IDs to several armor sets. And not like at all stages of the armor set it has major IDs. No, just only when you have the full set equipped. So for instance, say we wanted to give the major ID, I think it would be really overpowered if we did, and we'd have to rebalance the set, but say we put greed on the bandit set. So you got a 4 accessory set that gives you the greed major ID. I think it'd be really overpowered, and we'd have to give them some freaking negative health regen to balance it out a little bit. Like, they have negative health, I believe, but that's not enough. But it's an entire set built around stealing and loot bonus, so I kind of feel like putting greed on it might be a little powerful, but what if we had that as a thing on all 4 pieces. You had to have the full 4-piece set to get greed, but then also in addition to having greed, when you wear the full 4-piece set, now you have, I don't know, minus 20 health regen. It's like, why not? I don't know. I have thought about a few different sets, like specific major IDs I would want on specific sets. For instance, oh god. Things were going well for me, and then I moved my mouse. I wanted to tab away for a second so I could scroll down. So, there is a set that I have not covered in my series yet, that I will be getting to soon. I'll be getting to it shortly after I do the rest of the elemental relic sets. It is the horse set. It is a 2-piece set. It is a helmet and a pair of boots. And the gimmick with the set is when you have all of that equipped, you get a good chunk of walk speed, a bunch of sprint, and a whole bunch of sprint regen, like 25% sprint, 50% sprint regen, and then 17% walk speed. In addition to the up to 13% walk speed that's already on the boots. So you get like pretty good walk speed and sprint regen. And so I figured Free Runner would make sense to be on that set. It doesn't make the set any more powerful, and it just goes in with what the set's supposed to be doing. The set's supposed to make it to where you're sprinting more. It's the horse set. You are the horse. The premise of the set is you just run around instead of riding a horse. And so Free Runner, you get to run around more. It just makes you run much more efficiently. I think that would be kind of perfect for that set. I can see the flames flickering. It's taunting me. The flashing little bits of orange. It's like a pixel of orange on that fucking town over there. There's 2 of them. Little flickering. Anyway. Next up, the 5 class-specific sets. We'll go through them alphabetically. So first up, alphabetically, when we go down, we've got the Beachside set for Shaman. Oh god. My throat. It does not like me today. Don't want that. Anyway. So when we look at that, you have to look to like the different major IDs, and I feel that the class-specific sets, the ones that are a weapon and a helmet, all of them should be one of the class-specific major IDs. And when looking at the different major IDs that we have, the only one that would really make sense to be on that one would be Furious Effigy. So totem effects are twice as fast, but the duration is halved. Throw that on the Beachside set. It doesn't make it overpowered, it just makes it maybe more viable. Maybe people actually go and get the set and use it. Because that was one of the sets. I made the video about it. People were like, I didn't know this existed. Multiple people were like, I didn't know this thing existed. And that also happened with several other sets. People just didn't know they existed. And if they had like a major ID on them and people actually wanted to use them, maybe they would. Maybe people would know. Geocentrism is also an option for something you could put on it, but the set's available. It's either 1 or 2 levels before you even get aura. So having the major ID give you an effect for aura radiating from you instead of the totem doesn't really make sense when you don't even have access to aura when you get it. So that's I guess. Continuing on, the next one that we get to is the Bony Set. So looking at the archer stuff. Oh, I guess we could have also done Peaceful Effigy. Totem lasts twice as long. that it's also an option for beachside set, but I don't know that that's really the premise behind the beachside set is that it has a whole bunch of water damage and stuff. Like it's meant to be healing you, so I don't feel like just it lasting longer would really work with it. I think it triggering more often would be better. Anyway, back to what I was doing. So if we look to archer stuff, we've got, where is it? Is it just Hawkeye? I swear there's another one besides just Hawkeye. Because there's Hawkeye, which Arrowstorm fires 5 arrows each, dealing 80% damage. Sorry, 5 arrows each dealing 80% damage, but there is another one, isn't there? For Archer? Is it the only Archer one? I guess it is. Okay. So it's just Hawkeye, which currently only exists on the Deadeye and the Nighthawk, which name-wise, thematically, it fits, but unless they were to add another major ID for Archer, it looks like Hawkeye is the only thing that they can get. But it makes the Bony Set a little more unique, a little more interesting, and the Bony Set that isn't really overpowered or anything for the Bony Set, because the Bony Set's gimmick is your main attack. So Arrowstorm doing extra damage doesn't really affect that in any way. It doesn't hinder the set at all. I guess it just makes it to where the set's a little more powerful with Arrowstorm specifically. It's a little more consistent. That's, you know, that's an option. I kind of think maybe Archer needs another thing. I kind of annoyed that I can't find another Archer fucking thing. Everybody else has 2 or 3. Why is that the only thing for Archer? That is so stupid. Anyway, continuing on. The next set we've got in terms of the class-specific ones is the Pigment Set. So Pigment Set is the first one available, and unfortunately at the point when you get it, you only have access to the first 2 spells. You don't have access to the other ones, and so the only thing that would at all work for this, because you can't give it Taunt because you don't have access to War Scream. And there another one? I think that's it. I think it's just you can't give it Taunt. I don't think there's another one. So you can't give it Taunt, so you have to give it Rally, which charge heals you by 10% and nearby allies by 15% on impact, but becomes harmless. I feel that that'd be kind of cool. It's a set that already gives you a shitload of damage, so I think you could charge in, heal yourself, you know, to make up for the fact that you're slow as fuck when attacking, and then you just get to smash the shit out of them with your hammer. I think it'd be fun. I mean, give me more fucking major IDs. There's not many to work with here, okay? I'm trying as hard as I can. Moving on. Next up is the Spore Set. This is the Assassin exclusive one. This is the lowest leveled class specific set, I believe. I believe this one's 1 level lower than the Pigment Set. And once again, the only things you have access to are like your first two spells. You have Spin Attack and Vanish. There's no major ID for Spin Attack, so the only one that you can make use of is Vanish, so you have Roving Assassin. So Vanish no longer drains mana while invisible. I see no problem with this. I think people would actually enjoy using the Spore Set if they could be invisible with Vanish and not be draining their mana. Hell yeah. Gives the set a reason to be used, seeing as how the entire thing the set was designed for doesn't work. Poison can't trigger exploding or life steal. Exploding can't poison enemies that are hit by it, and it doesn't do life steal. Like, it has three things that just don't work together, but they're clearly supposed to. Anyway. Oh, also it has Thorns on it, and Thorns doesn't trigger lifesteal, exploding, or poison, so. Alright, continuing on, next up we have the final class-specific set for Mage, the Vexing Set. Vexing Set is at level 25. It's kind of irritating that it's at 25, just because at the premise with this set is your second spell, Teleport, has its spell cost cut down, and at 26 is when Teleport actually does damage and you can start using it for fighting. So it's just really annoying that it's at 25 and not 26, but it's fine, it's fine. It is what it is. Anyway, Vexing Set, probably the best class-specific set of all of them, Bony Set being the next best. This one's actually like a really good set, and you could give it Entropy, having Meteor fall 3 times faster. That might be a little powerful, I'm being honest. You might have to nerf the set to give it that. I don't know if that would be a good idea. You can't give it Flash Freeze because you don't have access to Ice Snake until 30 something. I think it's 36 is when you get Ice Snake. I don't remember the levels for unlocking the spells. I remember the levels for leveling up the spells more than I remember for unlocking them. But that's the only, like, mage-related one that you could use for it. Now, going to all of these sets, if we want to go something thematic based on what the set is doing more, like more so than we want to go with something that is like definitively fitting of that class specifically, then the Spore Set, if we go back up to that, the Spore Set has Poison and Exploding on it, so we could put Plague on the Spore Set, which would kind of make sense. So you would be able to spread the poison, and that would sort of do the thing that it's supposed to do, but it still wouldn't trigger Exploding when they die, which is annoying because poisoned enemies don't count as being killed by you. Could also do Fission, making the explosions twice as big and twice as strong. Again, it works with the set, but it's not ideal. And then Explosive Impact, Exploding ID can trigger when hitting mobs with your basic attack. That would work really well with the set, honestly. But it might be a little powerful, so I don't know if that would be ideal. So there's things like that that you could do where you could get something that's a little more thematic to what the set specifically is trying to do, rather than one that's for that class. But I feel like the class specific one should get something for the class, because if you look at things that are in the game right now, for instance, Explosive Impact is only on the Fabled Helmet Scarlet Veil. So if you were to give that to the Spore Set, now Assassin has access to Explosive Impact through another means, and nobody else does. Plague is only on the Plague Staff and Uranium Aegis, so it's exclusive to a Fabled Chestplate, and I believe Plague Staff is also Fabled. Yeah, and a Fabled Wand. So Mage has access to it already, and then everybody has it through a chest plate. And then now you could give it to Assassin as well, and it's just further spreading it away from other classes that might want it, outside of specifically the Uranium Aegis. So it's a bit of an odd choice there. I personally feel like it would be best to give them one of the class-specific ones, but I can understand the idea behind giving it something a little more focused. Anyway, this video is going to be fairly long with me talking about these, I imagine. We're going to interject briefly to point out that this video upload, which I know for a fact is going to be late because I got home late from work and I'm recording this the day that I am uploading it. It is already about to be 9 a.m. as I am recording this. The video is supposed to be up at 10. It will not be. I know this. Video will be late. I apologize. Video is still being out today, and this marks 2 weeks in a row that I have been uploading a video every single day, and I include the live streams as uploading a video because I go live for 3 to 6 hours and then the video stays up. So it did technically get uploaded. So daily content for y'all for the past 2 weeks, and I'm going to keep that going once we hit the 1 month mark. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna fall asleep and end up fucking it up somewhere along the way, but it'd be cool just to keep it going. I want to try and do it just for the foreseeable future. So if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It'll be nice to have you all with me on this journey of suffering through daily uploads. I'm not actually suffering. I'm actually really chill. I'm perfectly relaxed, perfectly calm. I'm getting plenty of sleep. I'm just relaxing, watching videos whenever I'm not actively making or uploading videos. So it works fine. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Adventurers Set. Here's a good one. So Adventurers Set. We need to make the Adventurers Set even better. Right? Right? Best set in the game, it's got to be better. So we got to give it a really, 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 really powerful major ID. And I thought there's nothing better that we can give the Adventurers Set than lightweight. You no longer take fall damage. I know. Curb your applause. I know. It might be too strong to make people that are using the Adventurers Set not take fall damage. But I think it's the way we have to do it. But no, seriously, I think lightweight would be just a really nice little like quality of life addition to the Adventurers Set. And likewise, I would also say putting lightweight on the Morph set would also be a good idea. An argument could be made for putting magnet on them instead, like on one or the other instead, but I think lightweight fits in better just because magnet's a little more niche, whereas everybody is going to encounter a scenario where they're going to take fall damage. So lightweight's just a nice little quality of life thing where you just don't have to worry about it. So I think that would be a really nice little addition there. Continuing on. What other sets we got? I'm going to try to avoid, outside of specifically the sets that have a theme that isn't very good, and the sets that are specifically the class-specific ones, I'm going to try to avoid anything that's only like 2 pieces or something. Like the Black Catalyst set is 2 rings, so like I'll avoid something like that. Let's see. What do we got? Yeah, we'll skip the Bear set. The different relic sets, I don't know if there's anything I would want to put on any of those, because none of them really have anything that would go with it. Yeah, I think if we put anything on any of those, we would have to put something on all of them, and that would be really, really strong. Yeah, it's probably a bad idea. Champion set. It's like... I'm trying to think, what would make sense to put on Champion Set? Like, you're the champion. You've accomplished this. You've gotten this powerful thing. Maybe Transcendence, 50% chance for spells to cost no mana? I mean, it gives a lot of mana regen. That might be a little strong. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what would work well on that. If you've got any ideas for that one, go ahead, drop it down below. I'd like to hear what you all think. Let's see. What other sets are there? Oh, there's the Jester Set. Jester Set's kinda hilarious. What could we give the Jester Set? Magnet? Yeah. I think Magnet would actually make sense on the Jester Set in a way. Just because the way the set works, like, you need to get a really, really good roll on it for it to be good at all. And you kind of need the whole set. And even then, it's just like, it's okay. I think Magnet would make sense on the Jester Set. Part of me is a little biased towards that, because when I was at a point in level progression where the Jester Set was genuinely the best loot bonus stuff that I could get, if it was maxed out. Like a full Jester Set with all of them having the max roll on loot bonus, it did actually give more positive loot bonus than 2 maxed rarities and the other accessory that I had. But I found myself always wanting to use Vindicator to have like all the stuff get drawn towards me, and if I put on Vindicator, the Jester Set became like completely worthless because I didn't have the full set. 3 pieces isn't worth using, you need all 4. And so I kinda am biased there. I'd like to have the Magnet, but it is what it is. Anyway. Moving on. There's a lot of sets that I haven't thought about what I wanted to put on them. Like, honestly, I haven't thought it out. Silverfish Set, Snail Set. Okay, Snail Set, I think would be a good one to put Plague on. Just because it gives a lot of poison as like the set bonus. I believe you get like the lowest walk speed in existence with the set, yeah. Each piece except for the chest plate gives negative walk speed. So you get to be super fucking slow, but you get a whole bunch of poison. And I think that that would be really cool. Give the set Plague. That way you could have that bonus while you're using it. I mean, you could also put Plague on the Slime set, but that's a 2-piece set. I don't like putting things on 2-piece sets because you can work them into builds really easily. There's not really much of a, like, reward for using a full set and then gaining, like, a major ID if it's a 2-piece set that you can work into any build and could easily make use of. Spider Set. Anything I could do with the Spider Set, maybe? I don't know. I'm just scrolling around these sets at random, by the way. Nah, that's not super reasonable. I think if any set made sense to have it, it would be the Ultramarine Set. So the Ultramarine Set, the premise behind it is you use spells. Like, you get basically no damage with your regular attack. Because you get a minus 10% from the chest plate and minus 90% on the full set if you have all 4 pieces. So you do no damage with your main attack, but you get a good boost to your mana regen and your intelligence and your water damage and your water defense, because it is water focused, of course. But but then you also get a bit of spell damage and everything. So it's like on mage, it's like focused on healing, of course, and on shaman, it would be focused on healing too. But just in general, it's built around using spells because it's just a whole bunch of fucking intelligence. You literally need 100 intelligence to wear it because you need 100 for the chestplate. So I think this set specifically would be one where it would make sense to either A, have Transcendence, so the spells cost no mana half the time, or B, have Sorcery, so you have a 30% chance for spells and attacks to cast a second time on your spell-focused set. I think that'd be pretty cool. Giving the Ultramarine set either Sorcery or Transcendence. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just pitching things out here. Something that I thought of that I think would be really, really funny and really, really cool, and it does absolutely nothing for the person wearing the set. You're still gonna be one shot in every late game thing that exists, but I think it would be absolutely hilarious if you gave the Visceral Set, which, those of you that don't know, I'm gonna explain this real quick. The Visceral Set is basically heal your whole health bar every 4 seconds. That's the Visceral Set. It might be 5 seconds for natural health regen. Either way, it's 4 or 5 seconds for natural health regen. I don't remember which, but basically heal your full health bar every 4 seconds. Now, you lose a ton of health with the set. You basically have no health, but you heal all of it, damn near, every 4 seconds. So give it Heart of the Pack. Nearby players gain 35% of the health you naturally regen. With the set, disregarding any weapon that you have, any accessories that you have, or any buffs that you have, the set literally gives you like 1500 health regen every few seconds. So that'd be like pretty damn solid, just to give everybody else a nice chunk of health regen. And if you've got a good weapon, you've got some good accessories, you could literally be giving, like, you could be sitting there with like 5, 6, 7, 10,000 health regen, and you just are healing a few thousand every few seconds to all of your nearby, like all the players that are nearby you. And I think that'd be really funny and not at all fair or balanced, but it would be funny. So I think they should definitely do it. It'd be so funny. Like, please do that. Please put Heart of the Pack on the Visceral Set. There's no reason to do it. I just want to see it. Just please. Let's see. What's a set that has a good amount of exploding? The Nether set has a lot of exploding. It's got 60% chance of exploding, plus another up to 26. So it's basically like 86% chance of exploding just inherently. So you could give the Nether set, again, only on the 4-piece set. So once again, the Nether set is dog shit with the with 1 piece, 2 pieces, or 3 pieces. But with 4 pieces, then it finally becomes decent, and it's a pain in the ass to farm. But this might actually give you a reason to farm it. Having Exploding ID trigger with basic attacks. So give it Explosive Impact. I think that'd be really cool. I think it'd be fitting, honestly. The only thing it really has going for it is that it has some lifesteal, some defense, and a lot of exploding. And then it's a fire damage focused set, so you kind of have to be using fire weapons. It's not very high level, so you're not really going to be able to carry it on for an extended period of time. And since you need a full 4-piece set for it, it doesn't really hurt anything. Let's see. What else? Right now I'm looking at the major IDs. I'm trying to find one that I haven't used that I could put on something else. Oh, right. Don't know how I completely forgot about this motherfucker. Okay, the Thanos Legionnaire Set. It's a really good set. Anybody that tells you otherwise is either lying or they haven't used the damn thing. It's a really good set. It's a tank set. And so, Thanos Legionnaire Set, either A, save your sacrifice. While under 50% max health, nearby allies gain 30% bonus damage and defense. Just as a fun little thing, be like, you're a tank, and then when you get down to half health or below, or you could keep yourself at half health or below, if you can try, and you could just be really strong, and it's already a set built around making you strong. Or, because it is a tank set, you could have Guardian on it, and so 50% of damage taken nearby allies is redirected towards you. I don't know if it's powerful enough as a tank set for that to work out, like super well, just in general, but maybe it might be just strong enough to where if you have a good weapon, I mean, I guess arguably you could just use, if you're a warrior, you could just use Guardian with it, although Guardian's like 20 levels higher than the Thanos Legionnaire set or some shit. I don't know what fucking level it is. Yeah, it's 70. No, it's 80. Okay, so it's 10 levels higher. Yeah, it's level 82 for the set, so it's 11 levels higher to use Guardian. So you could use Guardian with the Thanos set, I guess. But anyway, I think that'd be pretty fitting. I don't know what set would work well for that. What would be a good set for you? I'm looking at different abilities, okay? And from the looks of it, there doesn't appear to be any set that would make sense to have cavalrymen, so Galloping Spurs ends up still being the only thing with it. I really want to see what would be a good set to throw Madness on, because right now Pandemonium's the only thing that has it. What would be a good set for Madness? I don't know. Yeah, I genuinely don't know what would be a good set for Madness. Anyway, so the clock set is currently not available as of me making this video. They're supposed to be adding it back to be available at some point in the near-ish future. I don't know when. It has different set bonuses for each like number of pieces you are wearing, and the pieces have varying like increases and decreases, so there's like benefits to wearing different pieces. So for your build, you might have a reason to wear 3 pieces of it and it be like a specific 3 pieces. For your build, you might have a reason to wear 6 pieces of it. But with the full set, it is a time-based thing. So with the full set, you could have Sorcery, which is 30% chance for spells and attacks to cast a second time at no additional cost. By name, Sorcery is not very time thematic, but both of the items that have it are a dagger called Rewind and the chestplate Time Rift. They're both time-based things, so the clock set having that would be thematic, it would fit, and it would give a reason to wear literally the entire clock set, which is an 8-piece set, just like the Morph set. So I think that'd be pretty interesting. Yeah, I can't think of anything to put Pandemonium, this freaking Madness ID on. Pandemonium seems to be the only thing that gets to ever have Madness, because none of these sets make sense to have it. It's like looking at the corrupted sets. It's like, nah, not really. I mean, maybe the cosmic set? What is the set, like the stats of the cosmic set? Considering how you get the cosmic set, maybe. Maybe having the full cosmic set and you get madness. That's thematic. That fits. Because of what the meteors do to people. Madness on the cosmic set, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, you could have madness. So for those that don't know madness, cast a random ability every 3 seconds. Does not cost any mana, and it's any ability from any class, including powder specials. So it's just anything, basically. Every 3 seconds is just firing off like fucking chaos. Yeah. I really think that there's a lot of potential in that. There's a lot of things that can be done with various sets. And I've already said it in a comment to what's his face? So hold on, let me pull up comments. Okay, so Selvit commented on one of my videos, and I replied saying, "It's like, you think you could bring back Trick and Treat too?" Because Selvit re-added the relic sets because they were removed. Like the means by which you got them was removed, but the items were still left in the game, so they were just unobtainable, all 6 sets. And so Selvit went and made them obtainable again. So I'm like, could you do that with Trick and Treat as well? Because the Halloween 2016 set, it's a pair of rings. Let me find it. There it is. It's a pair of rings, Trick and Treat. Trick is negative loot bonus and positive exploding. Treat is negative exploding, positive loot bonus. And the amounts that they do are kind of hilarious because it's 3 to 13% exploding on Trick and 3 to 13% loot bonus on Treat, and then negative 13% to negative 7% exploding, and negative 13% and negative 7% loot bonus. So if you get the best possible roll on both of them, you end up with 6% exploding and 6% loot bonus. And then the set bonus is 15% XP bonus, 10% soul point regen, and 5% stealing. It is terrible, and it's level 50. It's a level 50 ring set. Now, sure, of course, you can wear 2 of the same one, but the way that they were originally obtained was from a quest, and now they're just not obtainable at all. But with the way they were originally obtained, you would have had to have done the quest, a level 50 quest, on 2 classes, and then put the items in the bank just so you could get 2 of the same one. And then you could get 2 tricks and have 26% exploding, or 2 treats and have 26% loot bonus. And it's like, that'd actually be like pretty solid. It's not terrible. It's still less than a lot of other things, but it's not terrible. But it's not available. So I was like, yo, could you make this available too? That'd be nice. I feel like Halloween's being shafted because the Winterfest 2016 set is available. You can buy it on Craftsman's Island. But the Halloween 2016 set is not available. It's also dog shit. The Winterfest 2016 set's actually, like, passable, I guess. But the Halloween 2016 set's literally terrible. So I feel like that should be, you know, added in and maybe buffed a little bit. Maybe give that fucking give that madness. That'd be funny. Yeah. I mean, I guess a few of the sets, you could give them the class-specific ones. Like, let's see. Like, Taunt could be thrown on something like the Thanos Legionnaire set, like something that's more tanky, you could throw Taunt on it. You could throw Geocentrism on something. I don't know. There's a whole lot of things you could do. Yeah. It's a thought. It's just something that I'd really like. It's honestly, I would like this to be a thing less than the other thing. I want those freaking treasure key things. I love clue scrolls in RuneScape and old school RuneScape, and I'd love to be able to do something similar in Wynncraft to get loot, rather than having to just run around opening the same chests over and over and over and over and over and over again, hoping nobody else took the loot. It'd be nice to be able to just open the chests on the frickin' media server, but I can't do that. It has been a disallowed thing since forever, damn near. It just wasn't, like, stated for a while, so some people did it back in the day, and then it became very, very, like, well known. It's like, no, you don't get to do this. No, stop it. You get bonked if you do. So, I can't think of anything else that I wanted to talk about. I imagine y'all are just staring at a frozen image right now, because I'm tabbed away. What time of day is it? Oh. It's like the exact same time of day, damn near, so it's like nothing changed. Yeah. So that's gonna conclude this video, I guess. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all later.